Good morning, Karen from Quantum Heart Awakening. Today we're going to do a Divine Masculine check-in. So let us see where we go. Okay, hope you all had a wonderful night's sleep. I don't know about you, but my dreams are definitely kicking it up a notch. Very weird things coming through, but also everything is perfect. Something my friend who often works with dreams, she reminds me that one potential if something's going on, and there's many characters, a question she sometimes asks me is, what would it be like to think about this dream if you were inhabiting every role? So if every character in your dream was a part of you, what part would they be? And that really shifted my dream work. And it's it's a call to a higher, more expanded accountability. So if this is our unconscious or subconscious talking to us, maybe it's trying to reveal something through these characters, a piece of self, right? Okay, let's drop in. Masculines, where are we going today? You know what? I didn't say my thing. God, please surround us with golden loving light. Please allow only messages of the highest and best good to come through for the highest and best good of self and the planet. Normally I say that off camera, but I forgot to say it. Okay. We have resting, recalibration, and discernment for masculines. Anything else? Regeneration in reverse. Sorry, I'm very tired this morning. That dream, ever wake up and have a dream and you feel like you've been, awake in your dream for 8 hours working hard? That's how I felt. So I don't feel very well rested, but I'm going to go on a long walk today and hopefully recalibrate. Jeez, we have a lot of cards coming out. Mostly reversals. The only upright card we have is this breathe card, which leads me to believe that masculines are in profound transformation right now. There's something recalibrating. There's something integrating. I'm having a little bit of a deja vu moment with the words that I'm saying. It almost feels like we've gotten this exact message before. And hey, listen, I shuffled, so we can't blame the cards. Okay, this is interesting. So we have all of these reversals sandwiched by two uprights. We have the breathe card, which is my recalibration card. Think about when you're, hyper focused on a task, or you're working really hard and all of a sudden your body needs to take that almost like a gasp for air, that that it was craving so much oxygen that it needed to kind of gasp a little bit. So that's my recalibration card. And then we have this imagine card in between these things. So imagine is, my brain's going in 5 directions at once. We have this imagine card. It's a manifestation card. It's also pulling, I don't know if you could see, but there's this little figure here pulling a string that's attached to the moon, almost as if the moon was a balloon. That's what it looks like this little kid's holding a balloon moon. So it's interesting. Let me gather myself. I feel like I'm spread very thin right now. Okay, hold on. Another piece of this masculines is that masculines are being called to pull divine wisdom down into their 3D lives, into their bodies, hearts, minds, souls, and co-create with this divine wisdom. We have all that glitters in reverse. We have regeneration in reverse, which is a stalling of transformation card. Not stalling, but rather that the transformation has been stalled, meaning something is working itself out so that transformation and regeneration can come can continue the work that it came here to do. And then we have come to the edge in reverse. Come to the edge card is my, it's my leaping off the cliff card. It's feeling so in alignment that you can actually jump off the cliff towards a certain direction that feels in alignment with spirit. And then we have the co-create card, which again, there's something here, masculines, that are not nourishing the connection between self and source. So masculines, when's the last time? Well, let me backtrack. I was about to say, when's the last time you've had a spiritual practice? But some of you, that may be never. Some of you may be kind of birthing a new relationship with spirit, with source, with the quantum field, with divinity, with unity consciousness. There's something here about, oh, new message. Oh, I can't believe this. See, my brain is a little slow this morning. I can't believe I didn't hear this message. So, or see this message. Masculines, the divine is calling you to come to the edge so that you trust and surrender to the divine mystery. To surrender your will to divine will, to accept ordination on this I was about to say planet and then said path. Both work. To accept ordination in this 3D realm, in Earth School. You came here to learn certain lessons, and now you're in the integration phase, and now you're being called to embody these lessons in a deeper level, on a deeper layer of soul, so that you can actually just be this way, right? We know what we know by virtue of being what we know. I love that. That's not my quote. That's a James Finley idea that came from the Middle Ages. Let's get more before I go in. I could rant about this, but let's see what else is here. Let's see what else is here, Spirit. All right. Anything else for Divine Masculine? Okay. Well-being in reverse and luck. Anything else? Say more, please. Yes, we got this yesterday. Inspiration in reverse and psychic abilities. Divine Masculines, another message here to it's no longer a time of reaching externally. It's time to reach internally and nurture what you already have. It's not a time to penetrate the world and build new things. It's a time to revisit your old internal world and build from what you already have. There's something about spending time in your interior castle, because you will get a greater awareness around your new gifts, your new spiritual abilities. I think in the soulmate cycle, masculines have had a hard time either stepping into or believing that they have divine gifts. Yeah, you're going to get the answers you seek. Wait, let me see. Yeah, life purpose in reverse. And answers, what else do we have? Happiness in reverse, justice in reverse. Okay, that's okay. Healing, so many reversals. And then I always look at the outlier. So if there's a bunch of reversals, which one is upright? So we have talent and answers. You are, the obvious message is you're incredibly talented at excavating truth from the depths. You've already proven this to yourself, to others, to the divine. You're very good at this, masculines. However, part of being interesting. Are you communicating your truth? Are you communicating what you find, masculines, either to yourself or others? Or are you pushing what you find, what you excavate down back into it's a funny visual, right? It's like when you think of an archaeologist, they're excavating a job site or, ancient artifacts, right? And what does excavating usually mean? Usually they're digging, right? You're digging down. And so what's interesting here, it's like, masculines, are you digging down and working so hard and so committed and to revealing these things from the depths. And then once you find them, are you pushing them back down into the depths? There's something here about bringing these ancient artifacts, which in this case are your divine answers, bringing them out of the past, out of the history into the present moment, so you can understand yourself better, so that you can, what happens on an archaeological dig, oftentimes we find miraculous discoveries that give us profound insight about the past, right? Whether they're digging up dinosaur bones or digging up a city and finding, ancient tools or kitchen cutlery or bowls or something. These little things, it might not be a big deal to find an ancient hammer, but it might change the entire course of our history because we didn't previously think maybe that civilization had the ability to make tools or something. I'm just pulling this out of wherever, but you know what I mean, masculines? There's what you're digging up is more valuable than you can perceive currently. So trust in something greater than self, trust in the divine, and allow yourself to sit with the mystery long enough to allow something to rise from the depths, right? Just hold it. There's no need. I know how much masculines, you love to fix problems. You're very good at it, right? But this time you're being asked to surrender and receive. And this means you'll have to get a little bit in touch and comfortable with your inner feminine, right? It's your inner feminine that is the queen of receptivity. So can you sink back into your truth and just let it be there? Can you just let these ideas, these thoughts, and remember, this excavation could come from intentional excavation of the psyche, of our lives, of our narratives, or it could come from dream space. It can come from an impression from someone, or an inspirational moment on a train, or literally it could come from anywhere. Okay. I feel like these cards are gonna come back later, so I'm not gonna speak about them right now. Anything else for masculines right now? What are they focused on? Is there anything more specific you want to share with us? Okay, what do we have? We have the goddess insight in reverse. Okay, yeah, it's kind of what I'm saying. You're being called to drop into your inner goddess. If that feels, sharp and pointy for you, if that feels a little uncomfortable, masculines, then that is actually your work. Anytime we feel uncomfortable, there is work to be done. So what are the edges that you're bumping up against? What makes you feel uncomfortable about sinking back into your feminine receptivity and taking non-action, right? Not taking action. Can you surrender to the nothingness of the moment? Can you be present? Can you, excuse me, oh, my voice keeps going out in this reading. Jeez. Can you surrender to, I need a sip of water, hold on. Can you surrender to kneeling at the altar of Source and allow grace to come in? Can you practice faith right now? Does faith have any meaning to you? Does it hold any power for you? If it doesn't, it might be time to nourish faith. I don't really care what you have faith in, right? It doesn't matter. This is for you. This is your journey. And there are moments of our humanity where we need to have faith in something greater than self, right? Sometimes that divine grace is the only thing that can yank us out of a very human trench, right? That we've dug for ourselves. We also have heart chakra card, compassion, love, and cultivation. Yeah, another word for excavation for me is cultivating. Where are you cultivating loving presence? Again, it's not something that if we've been through some crap, which I'm seeing that you have, masculines, it's not something that is just going to arrive one day because we want it to. We actually have to practice opening ourselves to divine love and turning towards it. I love this idea of turning towards something because oftentimes when we're on this healing journey, our human selves and our human brains so often want to create a binary, like we're either we're either wounded and failing or healed and successful, right? We want to create these like black and white scenarios, but that's just not how this works, right? We're constantly in motion. This spiral path is dynamic, it's ever changing, and a piece of that is the honoring the invitation to move closer towards something, towards understanding, towards love, towards grace. So masculines, if it's too daunting right now to really like forgive yourself or forgive someone else, or if you can't fully access love, at least set the intention, right? A little sincerity with God goes a long, long way. So if you just set the intention of, today, God, I'm going to turn, or whoever you pray to, it doesn't matter. I'm going to turn towards love today. I'm going to turn towards it. It doesn't mean you can reach out and grab it. It doesn't mean you're going to wake up and all of a sudden, be this oneness, ecstatic, blissful being. It means that you're going to try your best, period. That's it. That's all that is asked of you, is just that you try your best and set a conscious intention. I'm going to turn towards love. That also means in your internal life, right? I'm going to turn towards love if I catch myself, beating myself up verbally or mentally. If I catch myself, self-deprecating, I'm going to, choose love and just turn towards love. Even if that self-deprecation is still there, love can also be in the room. So what this process is you're just creating a little distance between you and the feeling, you and the emotion, or you and the experience. Interesting. We also have dream guide card. We have a lot of dreams, so please pay attention to your dreams. We have a teacher guardian. So, and then also the psychic abilities card. So masculines, profound wisdom lies in your dream state. Remember, when we are dreaming, our waking consciousness is a little loosey-goosey, right? Our ego is sleeping, so different things can come in. During our waking consciousness, our ego is so ready to jump in and intervene and criticize or demean or degrade or instill fear. There's always a lot of the ego works really hard. It doesn't mean it's quality work. So masculines, pay attention to your dreams. And if you've never worked with dreams before, maybe work with, start looking into that. There's Jungian analysts who work with dreams. There are shamanic dream workers. There are so many different practitioners that could help you with this. There's even books. If you are more comfortable with a DIY kind of path, then there's a ton of information out there. Okay, we have this mirror card in reverse and truth revealed. Don't we have another, where is it? I'm looking. Maybe we don't. Why did I think we had another truth card? Or maybe it's the justice card I was thinking about. Yeah, we have this truth revealed card and it's in reverse and it's a mirror image. So, okay, here's another message coming through masculines. So, I'm going to try to say this gently. Masculines, you're being called to hone your skills at working with mirror reflections, to hone your skills of discernment, to try and understand that the world is a mirror. People are a mirror that are constantly reflecting back to you yourself, what you believe, what you think. So your task in this next chunk of the cycle is to try and call yourself to a higher interpretation. Is this person really doing something to harm you, or are they showing you something that wakes something up on you that is uncomfortable and that makes you feel triggered, or that activates something in you? So feminines have been working so hard at this, and I think because feminines are, they're agents of oneness. I think the feminine energy is an agent of oneness. So we have that interconnected thing built in because we quite literally birth all the people, right? We're connected to all the people that come through our portal, and all the people is everybody, right? So we have this interconnectedness built in, and I think that gives the feminine a little bit easier access to empathy, to understanding, to being able to inhabit the mind, body, spirit of others and truly understand as if it was themselves. So masculines have had to work a little bit harder to learn these skills of deciphering what is being reflected back to them. Now you couple this beautiful soul work with kind of this how do I say it? The irrational social expectations of patriarchy, right? So, sorry, I'm knocking everything over. Oh, there we go again. There we go. Okay. So, you couple this with this irrational expectation put on men to not be emotional, that vulnerability is weakness, that they can't show any emotions, or they're less of a masculine or something. So you couple a lot of these things, and it creates a little bit of a perfect storm, masculines, where not only have you not had the I don't want to say privilege. I don't know what word I want. Not only have you not been able to do this work, but it's actually, you've been shamed for being able to do the work, right? Part of the work is feeling all the feelings. Part of the work is feeling the feelings and identifying what's being reflected back to you when you're feeling those feelings. Masculines are at a massive, I was about to say disadvantage, but I don't know if that's true. Hold on. Let me get some more, I don't think that's true. What do we have here? Storms. Wow, I'm fading. My energy is fading very quickly. Jeez. Intuition in reverse. Yeah, there's something here. Masculines, because you haven't been welcomed with open arms to drop into your emotional truth, it has eroded your connection with your own intuition. It has created chaos within self around your emotional truth. And when we don't have access to our emotional truth and our intuition, we can't properly step into aligned discernment, right? If we don't know how we feel, how can we possibly make choices that are in alignment with what is of our highest and best good? How can, please, someone explain to me? We can't, right? We can't make these, we can't step into alignment and congruency if we're not first being honest about what we truly feel and what we desire and what we're scared of. If vulnerability is not welcome, how do we do any of this work, right? So interesting. So we have the scarcity card. Yeah, masculine. There's been a scarcity of truth on your journey, in your lives. So I invite you, slathered in grace. I invite you with a profound amount of grace to step into deeper truth and hold yourself, right? No one else is going to hold you accountable. That's actually not true. Many people hold us accountable to truth, especially your divine feminine. However, no one can hold yourself accountable like you can. That's what I wanted to say. So we have a scarcity of truth. So how do we counteract that, masculines? What would be supportive? What do you need to be able to bring your authentic self-expression into your lives? What would be supportive? That's going to look different for everybody, but there's that great quote. It's usually a women's studies quote, but it says, sugar, what is it? It's like, healing takes place when there's safety to tell our stories, or it's something like that. So I'm curious, and it's usually talking about women and for feminine energy. So I'm curious, let's not leave the masculines out of this. So masculines, what do you need to feel safe to tell your story? What do you need to feel safe to step in the inquiry of what's going on without the repercussions or the fear of repercussions or the fear of consequences? What does that look like for you? I invite you to co-create this safe container with Spirit. Ask Spirit for help. Ask them to guide you through these experiences. And I many times that I've done this, Spirit will literally deliver you a safe person to do this with. It happens often. Yeah, we have miracles in reverse. By not honoring your truth, you're preventing all these beautiful miracles from coming in, masculines. Okay, and then we have etheric cords. Just reminding you, masculines, you are always, not only are you always connected to the divine, but there is only one. You are the divine. So you have all these beautiful etheric cords. And you know what I'm reminded of? I just saw the visual of a really long rope with a tassel at the bottom. You know, in like old movies where they have like servants or they have maids or something, and they ring that huge bell to have the servants come in and help with whatever. Masculines, allow yourself to hold on, how do I say this? Masculines, allow yourself to receive the gift of service from the divine. You can pull that long etheric cord whenever you need help, and Spirit will show up 100% of the time. Your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, whoever you call upon will show up. The quantum field will always say yes. This is why we have to become diligent and incredibly discerning and particular about the questions we are asking, because the universe is going to respond with a yes. You are the quantum field. You need something, it will show up, but it depends on the quality of your question. What is this? Oh, and then, okay, we have desires in reverse. Hold on, I need more about that because that feels a little bit loaded to me and it feels like a separate message. All right, what do we got here? Okay, we have speak up, communicate your desires, communicate your joy. Okay, and then, okay. Okay. Masculines, it's time to really step into the truth around any sort of betrayal in your life. Let me just tell you what happened. Okay, so this speak up card feels like the umbrella of all these other messages of owning truth, right? Earlier we said there's a scarcity of truth. We have this truth revealed mirror card in reverse. This is all throat chakra. There's a lot of blue. This is throat chakra. Can you communicate truthfully with self, with others, with the divine? That's your homework. If I were to give homework, which I hate homework, but if I were to give homework, that would be your homework. Can you bring your authentic self-expression to yourself, to others, and to the divine? So part of that authentic expression is honoring where you've been betrayed in your life. I guarantee this holds a profound amount of emotional density, emotional energy. You have to vibrate it to get it out of your system. We have the rage card. I mean, come on. And then we have worthiness in reverse. Masculines, do some of you feel unworthy to express yourself, to own your emotions? Why? Where did that come from? Who told you that? Where did you pick up that narrative, that limiting belief along the way? Where did you pick up any fears around what would happen if you expressed yourself? That's real. So sometimes we pick up, we make associations in our childhood that if I share my rage, if I share my dense emotions, my pain, my grief, even the lighter emotions, even if I show my joy, masculines, have you been, the message I'm getting here, sorry, it's just a lot coming in at once. The message I'm getting here is that whether it's been joy or pain, that some masculines have been shamed to the point where they don't believe they're worthy to speak up, that they don't believe their desires are worthy. What's interesting is in the unconscious position, we have pleasure. I mean, come on. This is a very direct message, masculines. Where did you pick up a story along the way that you were not worthy to step into your deepest pleasure and own your desires. So, okay, if you've been living life not owning your desires and your pleasure, who have you been living for? Whose desires have you been living? Or whose pleasure have you been fulfilling if it's not your own? Oof, masculine. It's also why now this whole section of cards here makes sense to me, right? We have in reverse, we have healing, happiness, justice. I mean, come on, right? You're being called to balance the scales, and only you can do this, right? Only you can demand better for yourself or something higher, a higher experience. Ask God, say, God, help me access the highest and best possible interpretation of my scenario. Maybe you had to swing so far in the unworthiness direction so that it became so obvious and ridiculous to you that you're finally waking up to your own worth. Yep, we're balancing the scales of justice with happiness and healing. Wow, really cool message. Say one more thing about the healing. Anything else specifically coming up for Divine Masculines? Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? Didn't we have, oh no, we had speak up. We have a level up and surrender. What was the question I just asked? Oh, healing. Healing. Let me feel that for a second. Yeah, masculines, so many of you have such profound vision in this life, right? Your soul mission carries such a big, big vision for the planet. And you may have felt that you've been stuck in these like never-ending stories or this cyclical life where you haven't really been able to level up. If you look at this beautiful woman, she is holding what looks like a machete. And so there's something here, masculines, about honoring where you've been stuck, honoring where you keep bumping your head against the same wall, and literally wielding your machete of love, your machete of consciousness, to carve through all the blocks. And sometimes we have to carve through our crap in order to take another step forward, right? People are like, oh, I can't see the path. Well, if you can't see the path, then the mess in front of you that's blocking the path is the path, right? And that's kind of an annoying thing to hear when you're in the trenches of self, but you're being called to surrender deeply to your heart's truth and bring justice and balance back to the situation. Yeah, we have, look how sweet this is. We have shine. We have this beautiful shine card in reverse in the unconscious. So you're being called to step into your soul sparkle, masculines. Woo, great reading. I think I'm going to leave it there. I'm sending you all such profound love. I hope this was supportive and hope you have a wonderful day. Take care of self, and I will see you in the next one.